Hey you guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Chylia. If this is your first time here, I'm super excited to have you guys here. As you could see by the title, today we're going to be talking about some of my favorite makeup products, actually, and skincare. These are products that under no circumstance do I ever want to live without. Ever. So very quickly, before I tell you everything else, you are going to notice as soon as this intro is over that I don't look like this anymore. That is because that's because I filmed this entire video a completely different day and realized when I went to edit it today, well, I finished editing it, but I had lipstick all over my teeth, you guys, like lip gloss. One of my favorite MAC lip glosses is so thick and so pigmented. It was just like, I might as well have had nudie brown colored teeth, which is not attractive. Probably even still a little bit in the beginning of the video, but obviously I'm not going to sit down and go back and do the whole video. This is a reality of life. This is a reality of wearing makeup. You've all had it happen to you. I don't care who you are. Every single person watching this video, if you wear lipstick, has had lipstick on their teeth at one point or another. So I said, you know what? Let me get rid of this because that looks a little nuts. So let's actually just go ahead and just film a new intro. And that's exactly what I'm doing for you guys right now. So in this video, like I said, we're talking about skincare and all my makeup products that I never, ever, under any circumstance want to live without. They are products that I reach for at least almost every single day, if not every single day. And so I wanted to just share them with you guys. So make sure you guys are subscribed to my channel so that you guys can see every single video that I upload. Click the bell so that you guys get notified so that you don't miss anything. Give this video a thumbs up at the end if you liked it, and leave a comment in the comment box down below if you found something that you liked, or if you see something that you want to try, or if you want a little bit more of an explanation that you want to ask me about, please go ahead and leave it in the comment box down below, as I love getting to talk to you guys. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead, let's jump right into the video, and I will see you guys on the flip side. Oh, wait, before I leave, you're probably looking at me like, yo, your eyeshadow looks a mess. It does. It does. And that's because I just finished filming the alphabet challenge, which will either go up right after this video or right before it, regardless. Make sure you guys check that video out because it was quite entertaining for me to do my makeup in a bunch of different steps, and the outcome was bad but not terrible because I'm sitting here able to film this intro for you guys. So with that being said, let me go ahead, let me get the hell out of here. I got things to do, places to go, errands to run. You guys watch the video and I will see you on the flip side. Bye. Alright you guys, so my best friend and I were at Sephora a few days ago, and she was like, oh, I watched one of your videos the other day and I want to try this product. Fast forward 24 hours, she went ahead, did her makeup using a few of the things that I had recommended her, and she was loving them. That's not me tooting my own horn, that's actually tooting the horn of the people who make the products that are so amazing, because if I feel that way about them, I'm sure there's hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of other people out there who are feeling the same way. And so I want to go ahead and put you guys on to the things that I love and the things that I use every single day without fail, because why not? You know, why not all of us out here looking stunning, looking beautiful, using some amazing ass shit? You know what I mean? So I'm going to do my very best to do this in order, starting from skin and building our way all the way up until the last thing that you would do, which would be lips, because I just feel like that makes the most sense. And this way, if you're not interested in skincare, you can kind of fast forward a few minutes, and so on and so on and so on and so on. But if I skip a few things, or I go back and like I already did skincare and I go back and I do another skincare, I'm sorry. Please bear with me. I have scatterbrain all the time. I'm always tired. I don't get enough sleep. But that's neither here nor there. Alright, so moving on. The first product that we're going to talk about today is the Tatcha the Rice Polish Deep. So this is a powder. I wonder if you guys are going to be able to see that. Yeah. So if you look really closely in there, this is actually a powder. So it's completely dry. What you do is you dump a little bit of the powder into the hands, add a little bit of water, lather it up, and then go ahead and wash your face. You're supposed to like you know, rub it in circular motions for about 15, I think, to 30 seconds. Yes. And then you rinse it off. And so basically the way that it works is it kind of polishes the skin all while acting as an exfoliant. And so the tiny little beads are in there really cleaning out the pores, all while polishing the skin at the same time. And so by the time you're done washing your face, you have really deep, clean skin, but it hasn't stripped your skin of that shine like a lot of exfoliants do. And so that is why this is my #1 face wash right now. Sticking with Tatcha, we're gonna move on to the water cream. So the water cream is one of my favorite moisturizers. You have no idea. No idea. It is phenomenal. It is great for normal to oily skin, and it's a very thin consistency. So the thing about this one is that it's great for me to use on days where my skin is not super dry, because it's thin enough to moisturize without making it like filmy almost, I guess. I mean, like, I don't really know the best adjective to use in this case, but like, you ever put a moisturizer on your face and then it just feels thick and cakey and slimy? Like, that's just not your MO. And so because this is so thin, when my skin is basically feeling normal or oily, this is the perfect one to use, and it does the job. And then you put your primer and then your makeup, and it does an amazing job. Another really awesome thing about this moisturizer is that it's great as a primer. Like, I know a lot of people hate primers, and a lot of people are like, oh, they don't do anything, they're not worth it, whatever. And so if you are gonna choose to skip a primer, this is a great base to have underneath your makeup, because once you pack your foundation on top of it, and then your concealer, and then all your powders, it still somehow keeps the skin looking super radiant. And that's why I wanted to definitely touch base on that one. Another moisturizer that I swear by is the Ole Henriksen Counterbalance Oil Control Hydrator. The difference about this one is that I'm actually able to use this all year round, and it really helps keep my acne at bay. So when my skin is like super dry, I use this. Even when my skin is normal, when my skin is oily, I use this. I love this. So on those days that I don't really feel like this is necessary, hi, hello. I also really love this moisturizer because it's got that like refreshing, tingly, like feeling like after you put it on. Like, your skin feels awake and alive and refreshing. And so it's even really great to like put on first thing in the morning. So like, you wake up in the morning, you're exhausted, you go, you brush your teeth, you wash your face, you shower, and then you get out and you're like, oh, I still feel like crap, I don't want to do anything. And then you put this on and it's like a burst of like sunshine. I know that sounds so tacky and so corny, but it's a thing. Like, and I'm only saying it because it's a thing. And then like, you feel like, okay, I can kind of get my day started. I'm awake, I'm refreshed. Let's go make a cup of coffee and let's go get the day, you know, rolling. Sticking with skincare, but moving a little bit closer to makeup, we are talking about primer. So I am one of those people who will try primer after primer after primer after primer, and with so many different foundations or concealers, whatever I'm doing with my face that day, only to feel like I like don't know which one I've liked the most. So like, for a while I was using NARS and I swore by that, and then but I wouldn't really like it with other foundations other than NARS. Or I was using the Benefit Professional and it would just like almost like dry up way too much. And so underneath other foundations, by the end of like 6 hours, it didn't look good. And so, you know, I needed a primer that I could wear with any foundation, because I love trying and buying different foundations for different reasons. Mattifying, luminous, full coverage, medium, buildable, it doesn't matter. And so I needed a, like, turn your car music though. Okay, now that he's gone. I needed a primer that I could use across the board, and I finally found one, and I have not stopped using it since I got it the first time. I think this is my second or possibly even on my third, or maybe we're going on my third. And that is the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. I'm sure if you are watching YouTube videos, which I'm sure you've seen plenty of others, and I'm not the first YouTuber whose videos you're watching, although if I am, thank you. But yeah, I'm sure I'm not. And if I'm not, you have seen this primer somewhere, somehow, on somebody's channel a million times, because it is that phenomenal. Okay? Like, I want to know how this was made, because it's so expensive. I want to just start making it my fucking self. Like, but it's that good. So even if it was my last $60 in my bank account and I was out, guess I'm not gonna have any money left, because I need this primer. Seriously. It fills in the pores so beautifully, leaving the skin so even, so soft, so smooth. And then when you put on your foundation, it's like like a magnet, like it's just, and it clings to it, but it doesn't dry it down. It doesn't like make it look cakey. It just sits on it and it attaches itself to it so beautifully, and it lasts all day long. Okay? And if you haven't heard the passion in my voice change from everything else I was talking about to how I'm feeling about this primer right now, I don't know what to tell you. You're not listening, okay? You can't be listening, because it is that freaking good. It's that good. Moving on. I told you I was going to skip something, but I guess technically this could also kind of be used as a primer. Anyway, and that is MAC Strobe Cream. So I don't use MAC Strobe Cream. I don't use MAC Strobe Cream every day. I use MAC Strobe Cream when I'm having no makeup days. Those days where I want to wear lip gloss, fill in my brows with like a natural looking kind of brow, maybe pop like a really thin lash on, or maybe I'm wearing lash extensions, and I want to pop some highlighter, like a cream or like a liquid highlighter, just to keep my skin looking luminous and dewy and fresh. So that is where Strobe Cream comes in, because it is the perfect illuminating moisturizer, and it comes in multiple shades for different skin tones, and like obviously we're not talking like, it's not gonna come in 40 shades. It's not a tinted moisturizer. It is just moisturizer. So the shade that I have here is Silver Light, but I have Gold Light and I have Pink Light as well, depending on what look it is that I'm going for. So when I want like regal glowing skin and I'm gonna use a golden highlighter and I'm gonna wear lip gloss and fill in my brows and do liner, I'm gonna go for Gold Light. When I want something a little bit more natural and I'm maybe not gonna throw on any lashes or liner or anything like that, I'm gonna use Pink Light. So it's like you kind of go with the flow. You guys like my little bounce? Alright, moving on. Just realizing, like, I'm really hoping I haven't had lip gloss or lipstick on my teeth for like the last 45 minutes, because that'd just be really fucking disturbing. Alright, so moving on to the next step in our routine would be foundation. So I feel like on my channel you guys have seen me use at least 5 or 6 different foundations. And that is because, like I said a minute ago, or 5 minutes ago, I really like trying different foundations. It's really important to me to keep trying new products, because you may love what you're using and you're kind of like turning down using something else because you're in love with what you're using, but that something else that you could kind of be trying out might be 10 times better than what you're using for you. So that's my own personal take on foundation. And so you guys have seen me swear up and down by the NARS All Day Luminous. It has held me down for years. Okay, years. It is my all-time favorite foundation. I kid you not, I think I have 4 or 5 of them. Like, it's not a joke. I don't want to run out of them. However, a couple of months ago, Morphe did their thing. They did their thing. Do you hear me? Like, they did their thing. Okay? This Fluidity foundation. Like, I need a minute. Morphe's has officially become... Okay, I'm not going to say my favorite because that means I'm kicking NARS, and I'm not. Morphe's foundation has become officially my favorite full matte foundation. And I think it's $18. So it's above drugstore, but less than high-end, because drugstore foundation is usually what, like anywhere from like 12 to 16, and then Morphe's 18, and then you have NARS, which is like 45. So it's like, it's way less than high-end, but not much more than drugstore. And so if you like drugstore foundation and you're willing to take that extra $2 to $5 and spend a little bit more, and you like matte foundations, please, for the love of God, try the Morphe Fluidity foundation. I know I'm like sounding like a psycho, but it is just like, you guys have heard me say before, I work in a restaurant, a very busy restaurant. I go in at 5 p.m. I leave usually after 2 a.m. and my makeup looks the same when I go in and when I leave. That is a big window. And I know that there are foundations out there that claim to be 24 hours and so on and so forth, but that, you don't need to wear your makeup for 24 hours. You know what I mean? You don't. And usually your makeup will last you 12 hours no matter what it is that you're wearing. But the question is, does it look as great as it did when you put it on? And 9 times out of 10, I'm sad to say that the answer is no. So, I just realized I never picked it up. This is what it looks like. You get an ounce of product in here for $18, matte AF, and lasts all day long. Alright, so moving on. The next thing that we're going to touch base on, we're going to talk about is the Morphe the Morphe Fluidity Concealer. I feel just as passionately about this concealer as I do about the foundation. However, I found a better alternative. Now, before we skip over and y'all throw shade at me for saying that Morphe's foundation is way better than the concealer, stop. I'm going to stop you right there. That's not what I'm saying. Now, the Morphe concealer, I no longer like to highlight fully with it. I do like to still carve out my brows with this and use it as an eyeshadow base because it sets beautifully. And it is bright and vibrant, and it's still matte and so nice. And so for all of those reasons, Morphe concealer is still on this list. I never ever want to not have it. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. However, to highlight the high points of my face, so under my eyes, right here, my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, the cupid's bow on my lip, and my chin area, what I personally have found, and if you saw my last video, then you know the answer already, what I have found works best for me, is after putting on the Morphe foundation, I like to add the Fenty Beauty Concealer. I'll allow you to give it a round of applause. Thank you. Okay, reason being, when I tried the Fenty concealer, and I have a video to show it, go find it, go watch it if you're questioning it. The minute I put it on, it was so matte. Very much like the Morphe foundation. I personally don't find the Morphe concealer to be as mattifying as the foundation. And so you're probably like, okay, so when you're done with your Morphe foundation and the Fenty concealer, you're just a dry, cakey mess. I'm not. Something about the combination of the two works so well that I fell in love with it, and ever since the day I started doing it, I have not changed it. Now, underneath the eye, I don't go crazy heavy with the Fenty because right on top of it, right here in the inner corner, I like to add a lighter shade of the Morphe, and then that is, because it's a little bit thinner, but still matte, like the Fenty, and I blend the two out together, and somehow those three products sitting on top of each other just, it's the dream for me. It's the dream. Seriously. Alright, moving on to, what should I do next? Okay, so I'm not wearing it today because I have a reason. Don't come for me. But a product that I never ever want to get discontinued is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade. Like, I almost want to upload a photo of how my brows used to look, because when I tell y'all, bitch was scary. Just a mess. A hot ass mess. I have very, very thin, sparse brows. It's actually a little bit frightening how non-existent my brows can be, especially once I put makeup on. It's just like, it almost just looked like I took a razor and was like, and just swipe them off. Dip Brow it fills in my brows in a way that it makes me look like I have eyebrows, but still keeps the natural effect of my brows. And don't get me wrong, it is very easy to go overboard with Dip Brow. However, you take a little bit of a spoolie and you just brush it out, and then you're golden. So I could see where people with really, really full brows don't use Dip Brow. I completely understand. It's thick, it's really pigmented. It literally, honestly, if Dip Brow didn't, if Dip Brow was like a little bit thicker, it could literally be eyeliner. You could literally do a whole wing with Dip Brow and no one would be none the wiser, other than the fact that it was like an ashy black instead of like a rich black, because no one should be walking around with rich black eyebrows, but I digress. So yeah, if you have really full brows, no. But for girls and boys like your girl who don't have no damn eyebrows, sorry, I got a little close, let me back up a little bit. Dip Brow was a blessing. I feel like this video is going to be like an hour. And believe it or not, I cut some stuff out. But that's neither here nor there. Let's talk about highlighter. I'm going to give y'all about 10 seconds on the clock. Or really, you could just pause this real quick. Go down to the comments before you see it and tell me what you think my favorite highlighter is. Oh God. You done yet? Or even just say it to yourself. Just say Chylia's favorite highlighter is by boom. Alright, so if you guessed that it was Anastasia Beverly Hills, you are correct. If you guessed that it's a limited edition product, you are correct. If you guessed it was a collaboration with an influencer, you are correct. Ding, ding, ding. The Anastasia Beverly Hills X Amrezy highlighter is hands down, hands freaking down, my favorite highlighter known to man. Period. Okay? I gotta stop saying period. I feel like let's start a counter for every time I've said period in this video. Should we start now or back? Oh, okay, whatever. That's neither here nor there. This highlighter is just a champagne dream. And I don't even really want to call it champagne because it's not exactly... look at it. Y'all, like... come on. It's so nice. It's just seriously a stunning highlighter. It works for so many skin tones. So many skin tones. I've not seen a person put this highlighter on and it looks bad. Not a one. Not one. Now, have I heard people say that it's not their favorite because they don't necessarily care for the color? Yes. But does it look bad? No. It's a preference. Some people like golden highlighters. Some people like pink ones. Some people like holographic. Some people like champagne. Some people like icy. Some people like white. Some people like glittery. It just, that's a preference. The quality of this highlighter is insane. It's impeccable. It looks great over powder. So like even if I don't spray my face before I apply it, it looks beautiful. It looks great on wet skin. It looks great on matte skin, dewy skin, everything. Like, like look at that. I can't even fucking speak English because I like that highlighter that much. The only thing that sucks about this highlighter is there will come a day in the future where I don't have it anymore because it's limited edition. And that's not my only one. I don't want y'all to think I only have one. Honey, I love that girl. I support her like crazy. So anytime she comes out with anything, especially if I love it, I'm more than happy to make that purchase more than once because it's worth it. And I know that a lot of hard work and effort went into it. And I also know that I'm going to wear it. And so rest assured, I don't only have one, but that doesn't matter. There will come a day where I don't have it because they're not making it anymore. And that right there is enough to make me cry. Okay, I'm good. Alright, clearly we've gotten a little bit away from the order that I promised, clearly. So let's go back to the eyes. The lashes that I am going to be swearing by for probably until they no longer exist. And like I said, I hope they never don't exist. Never don't. You know what I mean. That is Batty B lashes. This style is Instaho. Okay, I'm done. They're my favorite lashes of all time. I wear them almost every single day, unless the look that I'm wearing requires a more subtle lash, like today. What I like about our lashes is they are very full. They're full lashes. They look, I'm not gonna say natural because that's a lie. They look like real lashes. That makes the most sense, I feel like. They look like real lashes, but they're dramatic. So the lashes themselves look real because they're mink. I know. Throw me away, I'm sorry. However, because you guys know, you know those lashes that you buy and you get them. And in the box, you're like, oh, these are cute. You take them out the box and you're like, whose plastic? Like, whose? I don't even want to. Nope, forget it. Forget it. Throw them away. I don't want them. Because those are the lashes that you put on your eyes and it's like, you ever see people with lashes and it literally looks like this? Like their whole eye is doing that. That's what I feel like those type of lashes look like. And I don't get that with these lashes. Damn, I like low-key just insulted people. I'm sorry, that was mean. That's not what I meant. But you guys, like, you understand what I mean. And you do not have to have mink lashes in order to have nice lashes. That's not what I mean here. Because I have faux minks that I love that don't look man-made. They don't look plastic. And that is what I like. The lash bands on these are super thin, so they're easy to apply. I have really, really curly lashes, and sometimes those thick lashes don't really go down the way I need them to, and I don't have that problem with Batty B lashes. She does only have, I think, 5 or 6 style of lashes right now. So if you go there and you don't really see any that are really your cup of tea, just be patient. I'm sure more will be coming out, and if not, I'm sorry that I recommended these to you. Moving on. So really quick, I want to talk about lips. I'm not going to spend too much time on this because I think it's kind of silly and unnecessary. Because you can achieve the same or similar looks with whatever lipstick floats your boat. But I'm going to not necessarily talk about colors here and more so brands and actual product itself. And that's why I said it's probably going to be super quick. I nowadays only line my lips with about 4 brands, and that's probably even me being generous. And it's not me saying that that everybody else's lip liners are terrible. No, this is a personal preference. Please don't come for me. Please don't throw shade. If there's a brand that you like, that you recommend for me to try, tell me. I'm more than open. I'm just letting you guys know these are kind of the ones that I have found work best for me. I am very insecure, and I'm being very open with you guys right now about the size of my top lip. I don't find that it matches my face. You might be looking at me right now and being like, wow, she sounds nuts. Something's wrong with her. Okay, that's a personal choice. I always overline my lips. Always. They are overlined right this second. I don't play that. Okay? I don't. Which is why these 4 brands have managed to come out with lip liners that I swear by, because even when I overline my lips, I don't look in the mirror and say, wow, that looks terrible. So today I'm going to be telling you guys about Makeup Forever. So the lip liners that I always use, and you can use them kind of wherever, they're not exclusively for lips. These are the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencils. I swear by these liners. They are regular liners that require a sharpener. They come in an array of colors all the way from nudes, neutrals, all the way through to blues, pinks, yellows, black. What I like about them is they glide so beautifully. Have you ever used a lip liner that as you're drawing, it crumbles and it gets chunky and it gets nasty? Yeah, that doesn't happen with these, which is why they are one of the very few lip liners that I'm willing to purchase nowadays. These are probably my favorite. Next thing I want to talk about is lipsticks. There are so many different lipstick brands that I like, so it's not really fair to necessarily call this my favorite, but it is something that I wanted to talk about because I feel like not enough people are wearing them. I feel like the most popular worn lipsticks these days are still MAC, Kylie, Fenty now. I know a lot of people still wear Kat Von D's. Who else? I don't know, my brain just had a moment. But in my opinion, not enough people know about these lipsticks. And that is Dose of Colors. I love, the one I have is a limited, so give me a second. This is what they look like and they're not limited. And their lipsticks are so creamy. So creamy. And what I love about them is that they last. They last. They don't give you that like gross like white line. They don't get cakey to the point where you could literally take a tweezer and pick the layers of your lipstick off. They don't do that. And they're thin enough. Almost like Huda Beauty. They're, well, no, they're thicker than Huda, but they apply like Huda, if that kind of makes sense. I think what I mean is like the lasting power is the same and that you can layer. So if I'm eating and I need to reapply my lipstick, I don't need, with Dose of Colors, I don't need to take a makeup wipe or a napkin or whatever I can find, my t-shirt, and swipe off all my lipstick and reapply from the get-go. I can literally take a little bit, fill it in wherever it is that's missing, allow it to dry down, and my makeup, my lipstick looks the same. It doesn't look like I've added 17 layers of lipstick to my lips, which to me is amazing. Amazing. Because let's be real, with anything, you add it and add it and add it and add it, and by the time you're done, it looks disgusting. We can say that for foundation, for concealer, for powder, for eyeshadow, everything. Sometimes too much is a thing. And when you need to reapply your lipstick over and over and over again, too much is a thing. And Dose of Colors, now don't get me wrong, if you try to apply it 10 times over the course of your day, your 5-hour day, you're probably going to run into an issue. I'm not going to stand here and say it's a perfect formula and there's nothing wrong with it, but for me, it's a perfect formula and there's nothing wrong with it. It gets me through entire shifts of work and my lips don't feel thick and nasty and dried down to the point, you ever wear lipstick and you're like, wow, I need chapstick. I never feel like that with these lipsticks. I can apply them on dry lips, unprimed or unglossed or unchapsticked. I'm making up words right now. And it still looks great all day. So, something to think about. If you live near an Ulta, they sell it in Ulta. Go pick you up one. I think they're $18 a lipstick, which is like, I feel like fairly average, high-end price. Like, it's not Pat McGrath, but it's not Maybelline. You know what I mean? It's like nice in between. Alright, we're down to the last few things, and I'm sure you guys are ready for me to be done. So I will make these last few ones short and sweet. The next one that I want to talk about is mascara. So the Milk Makeup Kush Mascara is my favorite mascara on the planet. And that's saying a lot, because I was in love with the Too Faced Better Than Sex for years. I still am. But this makes my non-existent stubby lashes look good. You know what I mean? Like, they look good. I don't feel anymore like, I mean, I do, but I don't feel as bad. I don't feel like I put eyeliner on and mascara and like it's like, okay, why she got them 2 lines on her eyes? Where are her lashes? You know what I mean? This makes me look like I have lashes. The wand is large. And so it's pretty big wand. So it coats the lash evenly and without being clumpy, without being chunky, without it, you know, fall out, and just, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful lash, mascara. I can't really say much more about it. I've given it to people, let them use it, and even they're like, wow, this mascara is bomb AF. Alright guys, we're down to the last 2 things, and I'm actually going to talk about them at the same time because one is a classic and one is brand new, but they both do the same thing, and one has a slightly different finish, which is why I actually want to talk about them at the same time. So we're talking about finishing up our whole look, and we're going down with setting spray. The official tissue lash setting spray that goes on your face at the end of your routine. So what I'm going to be talking about is the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist and the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dewy Set. Tatcha Do It Is. The Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist is a more wet finish, I feel like, and it gives more of a glow because it's almost got like, what do you want to call it? Like, you know the shine that like coconut oil gives your skin? I feel like that's kind of how the Luminous Dewy Skin Mist leaves your skin. So, I love this. It is my favorite. I don't have one in my collection. However, I can't use it in the summer because I'm oily. And by the end of the day, I'm an oily mess. So, this is my winter boo. This is my boo when I don't want to even wear makeup and I just want to be like, who you think I am? Honey, I'm flawless. Okay? That's where the Dewy Skin Mist comes in to play. Then I went and I got the Dewy Set by Anastasia, which smells phenomenal. Well, this smells good too, but this, you want to just lather your whole body up in this. You know what I mean? It smells that good. This smells amazing. But what I like about it is it's dewy and it leaves an overall glow on the skin without being oily. And the Tatcha one is almost oily. Does that make sense? I wonder if I can do like a test. Here, hold on. God, it just smells heavenly. Like, why does that smell so good? Okay, let's give it a second. So, I don't know if you guys can really see it on camera, but in person, this side looks wet. You get what I mean? Like, actually wet. Like, it almost looks like I just went through one of those mists at like a theme park and my skin is wet. So this is the Tatcha side. Then when you switch over to this side is glowy, it's still luminous, but it still looks dry. Like it looks matte. Not dry like oh my god, her skin's dry. No, like it looks like it dried down. And this side never really looks like it dries down. So when you want like a dewy finish where it looks like, ooh, I just went swimming in my makeup and the sun is just beaming off my skin, go for this. When you want a glowy finish, but you still want your face to look set and be matte and not actually look wet, use this. Okay? So I hope no one thinks that I'm like downplaying one of these. And if you have really oily skin, like I'm oily, but I'm not like overly oily. So I can still use oils and stuff like that, but not in the summer. It just, nah sis, okay? But if you're one of those people who in the winter time is super oily, the Dewy Set might still work for you. Versus you might hate this Dewy Skin Mist. You get what I mean? So that's why I wanted to talk about both at the same time, because I use both because they both leave a luminous, glowy, super bright, vibrant wet finish, but one just a little bit more so than the other. Not really making one bad or better than the other. They're both equally beautiful, both equally the same, just a slightly different finish, but with the same name. Okay? So, with that being said, we are all finished. That's a wrap. I hope you guys... I suddenly just became a director. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I did. I love sharing my favorite products with you guys. I love finding new products. If there's anything in this video that I didn't mention or that you guys don't think I have, please go ahead and drop it down in those comment boxes below so that I can go and check it out. I'm more than happy to always check out new products. Or if there's something you've never tried and don't have and you want me to try it out to be the guinea pig, I'm also more than happy to do that. So drop a comment in the comment box below. If you didn't already, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and let me know that you enjoyed it. I mean, this way it lets me know that you enjoyed it. And if you like to see another video like this, please don't forget to also let me know. And if there is something that you tried because you saw it in this video or in another one of my videos, please don't forget to let me know. I'd love meeting other people out there who like the same things as I do. I get so excited about it. If you couldn't really tell already, I'm a psycho and that's just my vibe. So, with that being said, I love each and every one of you, and I can't wait to see each and every one of you. That was redundant in my next video. Love you guys. Bye.